Well, good evening, folks. It's Richard Gene the Fishing Machine here. Today, it's hot, it's humid, well, it's summertime. Now, we have a surface temperature right here at 85 degrees on top. The water's hot, the bass are deep. This time of the year, I focus deep, deep, deep. When you're talking about largemouth bass, deep is the key. Now, what I'm going to do is drop this marker buoy in about 11 or 12 feet of water on top of a hump that's out here in open water. At the base of the hump, it falls off to 18 to 20 feet of water, and there's a defined edge. When it falls off abruptly. Right now, I'm looking at shad right on the edge of the break line. Now, these fish could be up on top of the hump, or they could be on the backside. It just depends. But I figure, being it's 12 o'clock, straight up, I figure they're going to be on the deeper side of the hump, and that's where we're going to start. Let's drop this buoy marker and let's get busy. All right, folks, let's look at this. There's a big bait ball right here. Those are shad. Those are probably, I imagine, as tightly wadded as they are and suspended up in the water column. I imagine them are thread fins or yellowtails. But there's some fish right there. Oh my. What I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm going to go up here and I'm going to drop this buoy marker about in 11 feet of water. So I'm going to get lined up right here. I got two objects that I'm triangle. I can't say it. Y'all know what I mean. See, we're done in 14 feet right here. Oh my. 13 feet. I'm going to just go ahead and throw it out right here, and that's just for reference. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to start off fishing with. It's kind of calm out here right now, so I chose the right combination right here. What I'm using is 12-pound test line right here, mono. I'm using a Fago 2500 size reel, Gander Mountain Tournament Series medium action rod, folks, 6.5 feet long. But right here's the deal. Because it's so hot, I'm going to use a light 1/8 of an ounce weight right here, and I have run a rubber band through it, which I showed that on a catfish video not too long ago. And I'm using a size 1/0 hook. This is just the Eagle Claw bait holder hook. But I'm going to take the shiner and I'm going to hook him, open his mouth, hook him right in the nostril like this. Quit. Just like that. That way he can open and shut his mouth. He can gulp air a lot better. In the summertime, that's really, really important. And I have my leader. Let's go ahead and go about 3 feet. I'm going to push that up to around 3 feet. Okay, now I'm just going to put him down soft. I'm going to let him fall down there to about 12 feet of water. This is on top of the hump. And this way, it's going to fall off to about 18 to 20 feet of water. So I'm going to figure out where these fish are pretty quick by doing this. Now, the reason I'm using this little 1/8 ounce egg weight is because I just want enough to encourage that shiner to go to the bottom. Sometimes it takes them a while because they'll fight that weight. But let's say if I had a heavier weight on, as hot as it is, it would be double or triple the amount of stress on that bait fish. I mean, the water's hot, so they'll die pretty quick. There's fish, folks. Golly, look how he's peeling that line off. Now let's let him have it a little bit because it could be a small one. I don't know. Hard to say out here. There he is. No, it's not a small one. It's not a small one at all. It's a pretty good fish. Yep, it's a good fish. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I thought he was a little bit bigger, but He's a good bass. That fish was around 17 feet of water. He is really deep, real deep. All right, let's go ahead and lip him. That's a good largemouth. Good fish to start it off. Look at there, look at there. He's fat and healthy. That's a hump fish. Let's let him go. There he goes. And I'm going to emphasize this though, the lighter the weight you can use, the better off your bait will stay alive in the summer. I mean, if I could get by with not using any, I would, but obviously I can't. I have to have something to encourage those baits to go to the bottom, because those fish are on the bottom or a couple feet off the bottom. That's where you have to test around and find what will just barely get that bait on the bottom. And once you find that certain weight, then you'll find out that these baits will last a lot longer. I think one's got it. Let's make sure. Well, yeah, one's got it. Okay. That's a big shiner too. I know one thing, I'm gonna get right here at the back of I'm gonna get right here and I'm gonna souse him. Y'all ready? There he is. Oh, me. That one's taking some drag. That one's taking some drag. Here he comes. Well, he's up to the surface anyway. He come out of that old deep water and come up to the top. This is a good one. And that's why I like tackle. See, there's nothing for these fish to wrap around. Here he comes. Here he comes. Oh, me. He ain't as big as I thought. But golly, bum, this is fun, folks. This ain't nothing but fun. Clean fun, too. I can't tell you how hard that fish is fighting. There he is. He ain't that big, but he's a chunk, ain't he? Look at there. Look at, that's a football. That is an absolute football. Come on in here. You're done. You're done. No. You're done. Oh. Actually, that's a good, healthy fish. Look at that. Golly. They just ain't nothing like this. All I'm doing is dragging that shiner around real slow, taking my time and picking them off one at a time. Let's let him go. That's a good one. Look at there. You going back. Eel thing. Now, this is 12-pound line. So what I'm going to do, that's 2 fish I've caught, folks. I'm going to go ahead and retie this. Put a trilene knot, which is my favorite knot. All right. I'm going to tell you something, folks. That's a guaranteed fish right there. Guaranteed. And I'm just going to drop him right here at 15 feet of water, then head on to this 18 and 20 with him. It takes a while for that shiner to get to the bottom because that ain't much weight, and I realize that. But when when the water temperature is around, say around 70, then I will increase my weight. But right now, I have to get the benefit out. I need to catch a fish off of every single bait I have. And the only way to do that is be real careful with it. That fish is all over him. Now that's a pretty small shiner, so let's just go ahead and stick him. Okay, we got him. We got him. Good bass. That was the smallest shiner I had. I tell you, I got these fish pinpointed once again. I mean, I know exactly where they're at on this hump, and that's a big deal. Because if you're off of these fish just a little bit, well, you're not going to catch them. That's a good bass. I'm not going to complain about that. Now, right now, it's 104 heat index, folks, and I can't even feel it. I mean, I'm not concerned about the heat, not when I'm catching fish. Have y'all noticed that you'll just forget all about it? That's a good bass. Good one. Golly. Okay. Now what I'm doing is I'm not using GPS. I found these fish by fishing for them. And I'm judging my distance from my reference point, from my marker back there, and watching my depth finder, and I'm catching the fire out of it. Okay, it's just that simple. Come on back here, boy, you're done too. That's all she wrote for you. I know that's aggravating, folks, but I do that to protect their slime coat. That's a long fish. My goodness. It's a long bass. If that fish was gutted, that fish would be 6 pounds. Oh, whoa. I'm talking about. Whoa. All right, folks. Now, my shiners are gone. I done fished them up. And I had 5 shiners and I caught 3 bass. 3 good bass. Not big bass, but good ones. So now what I have left is a few gizzard shad in here. I think there's 3 or 4. And they're big. They're really big. But not too big for a big bass. Now what I've done, I'm going to change my reel and rod. Now I'm going to go to a 6.5 foot medium heavy action Jimmy Houston rod, 14 pound test suffix, and I'm still using that 1/8 ounce egg sinker pegged with a rubber band, but I've went to a bigger hook. That's the key. The shad are a lot tougher than shiners, especially this time of year, and gizzard shad are tough anyway, especially in these type of tanks right here that generates a lot of oxygen. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to fish for a big fish, and cross your fingers and let's see if he's here. Could be. This is a good hunt for a big fish. I'm telling you, yeah, these are big. Look at there, what a big bait. Quit. I don't want to drop him either because I don't have many. Let's hook him just like we did that shiner. He's got an indentation right there, and then I went right through his nostril. That'll keep him alive. And we've beefed up our line up 2 pound test more and a stiffer rod and a bigger hook because we're dealing with a bigger, stronger bait. All right. Now, if one hits this out here, folks, he's going to be a good fish. Chances are, there's a 90% chance he's going to be a real good fish. So, cross your fingers. Golly. There's my shad on top of the water, folks. Y'all see that? And there's a big bass. That's a big bass. Not a baby, but that's a big bass. I hope he got it. Now, look, Shad's back on top of the water again. Well, he's playing cat and mouse. He didn't get him. There we go. I'm just letting the wind blow me now, folks. Let's turn around right here. I'm gonna stalk him this time, so we can get a good hook set on this fish. That was another big gizzard shad. Now, if I had smaller baits, I would be catching fish like that. But with these big gizzard shad, you don't get just a whole lot of bites. But it's the only bait that I can catch right now. He's got to have time to turn that head first to swallow him. Yeah, he's still there. That fish, now this could be a big fish because he's not moving real quick. There he is. Got him. I don't think he's very big. I just don't. Doggone it. I mean, these ain't bad bass, but they're not exactly what I'm after, folks. Not with shad this size, but now that goes to show how aggressive a bass is. He's a pretty good fish. Look at him right there. I'm after a 7, 8, 9, 10 pound fish is what I'm after. I don't believe I'm going to get him. There we go. That's a good fish, though. I don't care where you're at. That's a good one. All right. Thank you, buddy. Barely got him hooked, too. That's what I want. Quit. You stop it. You're done. You're done. You're done. But every one of these fish are, you know, that ain't a bad fish. But, folks, I'm not kidding. I'm after the biggest one I can catch when I'm fishing like this. And I have caught some golly whoppers I'm talking about. But still, that's a healthy, deep water fish. Nothing wrong with that. And what a shad he hit. He hit a huge shad. I'm going to retie this knot. We're going to fish around here a little longer. Let's let him go. Well, folks, it's coming a doozer once again. Have y'all seen so much rain as this year? But I'm going to say, I did lose my opportunity to catch a really big fish. And I will say this, we'll get him next time. That's the great thing about the sport of fishing. There's always next time. I want to say thank y'all very much for all y'all do, all the great comments, and as always, God bless each and every one of y'all. Hey, you know, I just can't, okay, now that's how I feel. Woo. Hey, man. And remember, go fishing when you can, because it's good food.